All right, to watch this video for Thursday, September 27th, the SPY little pop up and then reverse closing close to its lows. This was FOMC day, and I always sidestep the post FOMC announcement. You can see what happened. It popped, pulled back, then ripped, and then came back and closed a little bit lower than where it all started after the FOMC announcement. So it's, it's just, to me, it's always been too unpredictable. I think there's people that are probably pretty good at trading post FOMC announcements. I'm terrible at it, so I learned a long time ago to just sidestep it. Had a nice morning anyway. So here's what I'm watching for Thursday. JONE had the gap up yesterday, and you had a red day and then a red day today. A little bit less volume than yesterday. Certainly worth watching, especially if the baby oils get going for a turn back up tomorrow. AWSM, a crazy move here from, over the course of a couple weeks, from $4 to over 22. Now we're back down closing at 10.55. I had it on bounce watch today. It did not give any setups, so we just put it back on watch tomorrow. We say this very often. Doesn't cost me anything to put it on a chart. CEI, just another one of those low-priced oil plays that gapped up yesterday, sold off. A little bit of a hammer today. We'll see if they get started again tomorrow. CNAT, C-N-A-T, really nice move here from a little over 4 to up over 650. And now a couple days lower on declining volume. We'll be watching for that one. Kind of retesting this area here that broke out over. It broke out over this area, a few days ago. And sometimes you get a lower volume retest of that breakout area. So we'll see. I'm going to watch that one. CDTI, really strong close. This is, I don't know if they had news or if it's just one of those goofy, hey, it's running because of a recent reverse split. You can see the reverse split right there a few sessions ago. But it did close strong, so we're going to keep our eyes on it. NBEV was on watch today, goes back on watch tomorrow, and that is just, for lack of a better way of putting it, just a recent high flyer, a stock that's in play. It's getting kind of a narrow daily range today, too, compared to the last 6 or 7 sessions. Definitely want to watch that one. IGC, speaking of NBEV, who has, I guess, cannabis-infused soft drinks or something that they're into, IGC announced that they're possibly coming out with that, and there's also some patent news on using cannabis oil or something for pain management. Do your own research. I don't delve into the stories too deep because as a trader, I just need to kind of know what's behind the move, and then I can use the charts and the price and volume and all that, level 2, to decide if it's giving me a good intraday setup. I'm in cash every night, so I don't dig too deep. I used to dig deep, and then I'd fall in love with a story, or I'd fall in love with a balance sheet or an income statement, and then I'd find myself doubling down. I mean, I'm talking years ago, but I found that I almost don't want to know too much because I don't want to fall in love with an idea because just because I love an idea doesn't mean that stock has to go up. Timing's everything in the market. You can be right about a stock, you can be right about a setup, and it doesn't play out right after you get in big, and then you lose a bunch of money, and then it plays out next week or next month or 20 minutes after you're out. So timing is everything, and that's why I'm a big fan of trading inflection points. And if you want, there's a link below for our free webinars. One of them, or 2 of them, are actually about trading inflection points to give you a little bit of an idea about why I say the entry, timing your entry is huge in day trading, and that is a very true statement. ACST gapped up 3 sessions ago, had a wide range, then more of a narrow range yesterday, and today a nice green day. So maybe this is ready to turn back up and retest this dollar area, and certainly over that could get big. So it's a decent setup. I don't love it, but I'm going to watch it. OGEN had the gap up here, all the way back down, almost round tripped, but then today, and if I switch to 5-minute candles, you can kind of see the volume that poured in. Look at that volume that poured in the afternoon. So I'll switch to 15 so you can kind of see a bigger picture. There was the gap up day. There's the big move. And it has some support below now and a fairly nice run this afternoon. So I think this is a good candidate to watch tomorrow and Friday. OGEN, CLRB, kind of a little break, kind of picture a cup and handle right here. A little breakout today. Maybe we'll get a follow-through day tomorrow. I'm going to watch that one. AGTC was on watch today. I didn't take a trade in it, but you do have, it did close pretty strong. Even after this big day yesterday, you kind of had a strong close today, so certainly interesting if it gives me a low-risk setup. And then lastly, INP, I didn't type that right, INPX. This is an interesting chart to me. Had big volume here that popped it over the course of a session and a half or so to about 28 cents. I generally don't trade these sub 50-cent stocks, but this one is an interesting setup. Nice volume yesterday, then today closing near the 2-day high. If it can break out over this 2-day high, I suspect it might be able to get over this 28 cents and maybe get kind of fast to the upside. So I've said this before, when I have like this one spot after a big volume move and one spot on a chart, I don't view that as resistance. To me, it's a potential catalyst if it's broken. All right, so we're going to keep our eyes on this one. You know what? There's plenty to watch. Check out the link below for our to register for our happy hour. The happy hour is tomorrow. We actually drink, have some fun, and just talk stocks. No strings attached. So just register and join us. It's always fun. I usually get to acting kind of stupid, so that may or may not persuade you to join. But looking forward to it. So register below. And I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see everybody tomorrow.